Look within, not because the world is broken, but because it is loud. And in all that noise, you forget the simple truth: your mind is the only place reality must pass through to reach you. Consciousness is not a mystery reserved for philosophers. It is the quiet architect of your life. Every thought you allow becomes a brick. Every belief you hold becomes a wall, or a door. Marcus wrote that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. If he lived now, he would remind you that your feed, your fears, your distractions, they dye you too. So be deliberate with what you allow into the palace of your mind. You are not the chaos around you. You are the one who decides what that chaos means. That is the power most people never realize they have. Reality is shaped twice, once by the world, and once by your interpretation of it. The second shaping is where your freedom lives. Choose thoughts that steady you. Choose meaning that strengthens you. Choose awareness that widens the horizon instead of closing it. You do not need enlightenment to begin, just a willingness to face yourself honestly. Your consciousness is a fire, small at first, but capable of warming an entire life if tended with care. So breathe, return to yourself, guard your mind as you would guard a sacred temple. And remember, the world changes the moment you do. Because reality is not what you see, it is what you become aware of. But understand this: awareness is not stillness. It moves, it adapts, it stretches to fill whatever space you give it. Most people shrink their consciousness to the size of their worries. They fold their attention into the smallest corners of themselves as if their fears deserve the entire room. You do not. You expand. Feel the shift, not in the world, in the observer within you. The part of you that watches your thoughts drift by like passing weather. The part of you that notices emotion without being carried away by it. The part of you that remembers you are not just living a life, you are aware that you are living one. Marcus would say, stand firm. But in our time, standing firm is not enough. You must stand open, open to uncertainty, open to change, open to the truth that reality bends with your perception of it. When you slow down your inner movement, the outer world loses its power to rush you. When you choose a wider view, the narrow problems of the day lose their grip. Notice how your mind settles when you stop arguing with the moment. When you allow things to be what they are so you can decide, calmly, intentionally, what you want to become next. This is the rhythm of a conscious life: expand, observe, decide, act, return, begin again. Your awareness is not a destination. It is a practice, a daily turning toward what is real in you instead of what is loud around you. And the moment you remember this, even for a breath, you step back into authorship of your own reality. And as you continue inward, you begin to see the truth that escapes most people their entire lives. You are not just a witness to reality. You are a participant in its unfolding. The world does not happen to you, it responds to the way you meet it. Consciousness is not passive. It is power in its quietest form. It shapes the direction of your attention, and attention shapes the trajectory of your life. So ask yourself, what have you been giving your mind to? Who have you allowed to write your thoughts for you? Which stories have you accepted without examining their cost? The mind, when left unattended, grows wild. Not dangerous, just unfocused. Drifting toward whatever is easiest, loudest, closest. But when you reclaim it, when you stand at the gates of your own awareness and choose what may enter and what must stay outside, you rediscover something sacred: your sovereignty. The authority to decide what matters, what you become, what reality means through the lens of your own clarity. Feel the truth rising in you now. Not as an idea, but as a force. A direction, a steady flame. Let it grow. Let it remind you that you are not a prisoner of circumstance or a product of the noise around you. You are the one who chooses how deeply you engage and how intentionally you live. And then, something shifts. A moment where the inner and outer world line up, where the mind becomes quiet, the breath becomes certain, and awareness sharpens into something unmistakable: presence. Pure, undiluted presence. The kind that pulls you out of every imagined past and every feared future and places you back into the only place you have any power at all: this moment. This single breath, this single choice, this single awareness. And here is where the climax lives, in the realization that the entire architecture of your reality depends on how you choose to meet this exact moment. Choose to see clearly, choose to think deliberately, choose to act with intention, choose to rise. This is what Marcus would tell you now. The mind is your kingdom. Guard it, rule it, and let every moment be shaped not by fear, but by the consciousness of who you are becoming. And now, as the mind settles and the noise of the world fades to the edges, you return to the simplest truth of all. You are here, awake, aware, capable of choosing the shape of your own life. Not tomorrow, not when things calm down, not when the path feels perfect. Now, this moment is your door. Walk through it with intention. Carry your awareness like a torch. Let it light the choices you make, the thoughts you allow, the way you meet the world. Because every day offers you two paths, the one shaped by habit, and the one shaped by consciousness. Choose the one that expands you. Choose the one that returns you to yourself. Choose the one where you are not just living, but fully aware of the life you're creating. And as you rise from this reflection, remember, no one can think for you. No one can feel for you. No one can awaken for you. Your reality begins in your mind. Guard it with discipline. Shape it with clarity. Live it with courage. This is your meditation for today. Walk back into the world as the author of your awareness and the keeper of your own inner world.